Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Vickie with VJ Designs. Today I'm going to just show a quick little journal that I made. As you may know, if you've been watching me, I do challenge journals almost every month with Dearjuliejulie, and I will have her channel linked below. She does a challenge journal every month, and every month it's a little bit, it's different. And you have all month to finish it. And last year I did every month from the August of 24. I went all the way through August of 25. I think I just missed one, and then I don't think I did. I think there were two of them that I missed in a year's time. And since then, I've done November of this year. I've done August, September, October, November, and December. And now we're working on January. And in every month challenge, she has us do what she calls a mini challenge in the challenge. And usually it's another little journal of some sort that we can give away, we can keep, we can give as a gift, whatever we want to do with it. This is an example of one we did. I don't remember what month we did this, but haven't decided what I'm going to do with this yet, but it's just a small one, and pretty cute. And I could put this in my purse and use it to write notes in or whatever. I just haven't decided yet, but that's that one. And then a couple months ago we did a larger one. This is a larger journal that I did for that journal. I think this was for August, maybe. So anyway, this is the one I did for January. And what she had taken like pieces of cardboard boxes and stuff like that. She had used, I mean, she really used some junk to use hers with. And this I did also. I used those, mostly they're the cardboard pieces that you get when you order something and it divides. So it's thinner cardboard, flexible. That's what I made most of my pages out of. That's what the cover's made out of. And most of the pages inside, we only had to have 4 sets of 2 pages. And what you did was you took like 2 pieces laid down, and you put, like, I used this metal ruler that I have to put in the middle so I would know exactly where to glue my, this is trim, a lace trim. And anyway, I didn't show how I made it, but I'm just going to show you the results of what I did. So this has 2, 4, 6, 8 pages, and then the inside cover and the back cover, so that's like 10 pages. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's flip out. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I don't know. It's got 19 or 20 pages. So that means, it's a small journal. And what you could do with something like this, you could put photos. It would be big enough to do, like, keep track of 1 month journaling. or whatever. You could double up on the pages and do a couple months journaling. However you want to use it. You could give it away as a gift, whatever. But the way she bound hers was with safety pins, and that's what we were supposed to do, is use safety pins to bind them. We put these strips of whatever kind of material across there. I use linen that I have to pin them into, to hold them together. All right, now the digitals that I'm using in this are pretty much strictly from Mindless Crafting. This is one of their digitals, and I love it. It's gorgeous. And so what I did on the covers, I just punched a hole in the front and the back cover, and I set an eyelet and then used this seam binding that I get from MyScrapCabinShop. And I think many of you use that too. I will also have that link below. Okay, so that's the front cover. It's just flat, but I love it. So on the inside, I put this piece and I made a pocket. And I made a little journaling card. She didn't say that we had to fill the pockets, but I like to fill the pockets. If there's a pocket, I like to put something in it. So there's the next page. And like I said, you can put something in here to write on. You can paper clip something in here. Oh, there's a, ton of things you could do in here. This is another one of her pages. I think this is from a different digital set, but so gorgeous. And this paper here was, I forget what that was from, but this whole piece was one piece. I think it was the back of a writing paper tablet or something. And so I just used it to border this. And on this one, I just covered it with a belly band. There was writing in the middle. So I just put a belly band. That was one of the elements we were supposed to have in this book. There weren't very many things that we were supposed to have. One was a pocket. I've got 2 or 3 pockets in here. One was a belly band, so I've got that. And I just put a folded up piece of coffee dyed paper in here. I went and coffee dyed bunch paper the other day because I was totally out. So there's that. And it's cool the way this this trim or lace or whatever you want to call it, it's a cotton. It's kind of like something you would find on a wedding dress. It's really fancy. But I just put it out flat, and then it was cut like this. So then it makes kind of a neat little border on here. And this page, I used, this was something that I got, I think somebody gave this to me. And it's just been floating around in here. It doesn't really go with, but there is red in it. So that's why I put this piece over here to kind of match. But I'm using it. So I left the inside blank. And then I like that image, so I'm not covering that. I like this image too, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I might just leave that the way it is. This page here I made out of an envelope, a large envelope that I cut, and I covered the outside of it, and this is the inside. And I folded it up and made pockets here, and I see that I forgot to put something in those pockets, so I have to come back in here and do that. So then the other thing we were supposed to do was a fabric flip with a scrappy notebook. And so I've got these pieces in here. We only had to have 4 pieces, but these are just from notepads and whatever that I have. So I put that in there. I stapled that, and then I glued this piece of fabric on top. I glued a strip of paper, one of these, and then I glued this piece of trim across. That's another thing. We're supposed to put some sort of trim or lace. So I used this, and then I put a button, which was another thing we were supposed to have in here, buttons and lace. So I put a button and some lace, so that's covered. This covers the lace also, because this is trim and lace. This page here, I believe this was just plain white. This was off of something, and so I just left part of it and covered this part over here. You could journal on there or journal on the whole thing, whatever you want to do. On this side, I glued down a piece of the brown paper that comes in your Amazon boxes. I just glued down a piece to write on. And then over here on this side, this paper is actually a Dearjuliejulie from a Dearjuliejulie digital, and I put one of my cutoffs of a big index card over here, made a pocket. Just put a butterfly on there. And then this is from a book. I found this cool book at a thrift store. It's a pilot's flight log and records book. And I thought, oh, that is so cool. And I can use those in my journal. All the pages are alike, except for this very front one. This logbook meets all federal aviation regulation. I don't know how old it is. I'm not sure if it has a date. Oh, the last date in here is 2005. It started in 1987, 97, 2000, and 2005. So, yeah. Apparently, that's when this one was printed, 2005. So, it's not that old. But, anyway, I just thought it was pretty cool. And then, here in the back, I haven't seen these. I guess they are kind of different back here. There's all kinds of stuff. Recreational pilot. Very cool. And then memoranda. Places to write notes. So, I'm going to have fun with this book. Anyway. So, I just took one of the pages, cut off the ragged edges where I tore it off, and folded it, and just put that in there. This page here is another page off that digital, and I kind of cut around. On the edge was this kind of raggedy, and I just cut around that, made a pocket, and then I made a tag out of this piece. Put these up here. They all kind of coordinate with the colors in here. So put a tag in there. I just love this digital. I mean, it looks three-dimensional, doesn't it? So cool. I love this, so I didn't cover this up either, but I put a little strip over here that you could journal on if you wanted to. And then this page I covered by putting a piece of notebook paper on the bottom, and then I took one of these and just folded it so you could flip it out right on it. So that's that page. And then over here we were supposed to also have a fabric pocket. So I took a piece of this trim and just let the bottom of it hang over, the scallop hang over the bottom of the page a little bit. So there's my fabric pocket, and then I just took a couple pieces of this and made this page. No, it's a different page. One of these pages I did collaging on. I'll get back to that. And then on this last page here, I covered with this, and then I put a strip of this paper here for a tuck spot. And that's another thing we're supposed to have, is tuck spot. So there's that. This is just something I've been having kicking around. I did this a while ago. I think what I did was when I was stenciling something, you know how you clean your stencil off, and I cleaned it off on here. So that's what that is. And I'm like, oh, I like that. I'm going to use it. Okay, so one of these pages back here, I collaged pieces. And you can't even hardly tell. I think it's this one here. I just took pieces. It's all from the same piece of paper that had something cut out of it. And I just took the rest of it and took pieces and put them together. It's all collaged. It looks like it's supposed to belong together. It's really cool. But that's collaged, that page. Okay, so, and then here's the back. I love this paper. So pretty. So yeah, that's very interesting. I've never made a journal like this. I don't know if she's done one before. I mean, it sounded like she had, but first time I've ever seen one like this. And at first I was like, no. But I decided, you know, go ahead and dive in and do it. So there it is. I hope it inspires somebody. Maybe you'll try it. It's really cute. And it doesn't take long. I didn't have any safety pins, so I had straight pins, and I pinned these together first so I could go through and take care of all my pages. And today, I went to Walmart, and while I was there, I picked up some safety pins, so then I was able to finish doing that. So there you go. And I'm not sure what this is called, but there's my mini challenge in the challenge for January's challenge journal for Dear Julie Julie. Hope you like it. Please press that like button and subscribe if you haven't, and we will talk to you soon. Bye.